Hey everyone, welcome back to Bike Culture Hub, your go-to channel for all things two-wheeled. Today, we're diving into the 2026 CFMoto 450 metric tons, a middleweight adventure bike that's been turning heads with its killer combo of affordability, performance, and off-road chops. If you're looking for a machine that can tackle both rugged trails and long highway stretches without breaking the bank, stick around, this one's a game-changer. Let's roll into the details. First, let's talk about what makes the CFMoto 450 metric tons stand out in the crowded adventure bike market. This bike, also known as the Ibex 450 in some regions, is designed to bridge the gap between lightweight dual sport machines and heavier, pricier adventure tourers. It's a direct competitor to bikes like the Royal Enfield Himalayan 450 and KTM 390 Adventure, but CFMoto brings its own flavor with a focus on value, modern tech, and a rugged, rally-inspired design. Whether you're a beginner looking for an approachable ADV or a seasoned rider wanting a nimble companion for off-road adventures, the 450 metric tons has something to offer. Let's start with the heart of this beast, the engine. The 450 metric tons is powered by a 449.5 cubic centimeters liquid-cooled, parallel twin engine with a 270-degree crankshaft. This setup delivers 44 horsepower at 8,500 RPM and 32.5 lb-ft of torque at 6,250 RPM in its US configuration, though some markets report slightly lower figures due to emission standards. What's special about this engine is its V-twin-like character. Thanks to that 270-degree crank, it's got a throaty exhaust note and a smooth, tractable power delivery that feels punchy in the mid-range. It's not a fire breather like a 1,200 cubic centimeters monster, but for a sub-500cc bike, it's got plenty of grunt for both on-road cruising and off-road climbing. Reviewers have noted it's smooth enough to hold higher gears without thrashing, making it versatile for everything from technical trails to passing maneuvers on the highway, where it can go from 55 to 80 miles per hour in about 7 seconds without downshifting. The engine's paired with a slick 6-speed gearbox and a slipper clutch, which makes gear changes smooth and downshifts precise, especially when you're navigating tricky terrain. Some testers have mentioned a slightly jerky on-off throttle response, likely due to the cable-actuated throttle and lean fueling for emissions compliance. However, CFMoto's RideSync app allows for over-the-air ECU updates, which could smooth this out in production models. The exhaust note? It's a standout, deep and characterful, mimicking a V-twin in a way that makes this 450 cubic centimeters bike sound bigger than it is. Now, let's get to the chassis and handling. The 450 metric tons is built around a chromoly steel trellis frame, striking a balance between durability and agility. With a dry weight of 386 pounds, closer to 420 pounds wet with its 17.5-liter fuel tank filled, it's not the lightest in its class, but it's still nimbler than heavier adventure bikes like the Yamaha Tenere 700. The bike's geometry, with a 59.3-inch wheelbase and 26-degree rake angle, gives it a responsive feel on tight trails while staying stable at higher speeds. Testers have praised its handling, calling it effortless on tarmac and predictable off-road, though quick side-to-side transitions can feel a touch sluggish due to the 21-inch front wheel. Suspension is a highlight, featuring fully adjustable KYB components with 200mm of travel front and rear. The 41mm upside-down front forks and multi-link rear monoshocks soak up bumps impressively, whether you're hitting rocks, logs, or breaking bumps. Out of the box, the suspension can feel firm, but tweaking the damping and preload makes a big difference for both comfort and control. With 220mm of ground clearance, the 450 metric tons is ready to tackle rough terrain, and its tubeless spoke wheels, 21 inches up front and 18 inches at the rear, come fitted with CST Ambro tires. These tires perform decently on dirt and well on pavement, with some reviewers estimating they could last up to 10,000 kilometers. However, for serious off-road riding, swapping to grippier rubber might boost confidence in low traction conditions. Braking is handled by J.Juan components, with a 320mm front disc and 4-piston caliper paired with a 240mm rear disc and single-piston caliper. Dual-channel Bosch ABS is standard, with a handy handlebar button to disable rear ABS for off-road slides. Traction control is also switchable, which is a boon for dirt riders who want more control in loose conditions like deep sand. Testers have noted the rear brake can have a bit too much initial bite, but the front brake offers solid stopping power, though some wished for more feel at the lever. Now, let's talk design. The 450MT's look is a love letter to rally bikes, with a vertical LED headlight stack, a beak-style fender, and a tall, adjustable windscreen that screams adventure-ready. Designed by Kiska, the same firm behind KTM's bold aesthetics, it's got a purposeful, almost mini Tenere vibe. The 17.5-liter fuel tank, larger than the Tenere 700s, gives it a beefy presence and an estimated range of 350 to 400 kilometers, based on fuel consumption around 4.2 L/100 km at highway speeds. Boxy side panels add a modern retro flair, and the bike comes in two color schemes, Zephyr Blue and Tundra Gray. Practical touches like foldable mirrors, removable rubber foot peg inserts, and a quick-access air filter make it a breeze for off-road maintenance. The grab rails and luggage rack are sturdy, though testers noted it's not ideal for heavy pillion loads. Ergonomics are spot-on for adventure riding. The seat height is adjustable between 800mm and 840mm, making it accessible for most riders, though shorter folks might need the optional 800mm low seat for confidence on technical trails. The upright riding position and wide handlebars with handguards feel natural for both seated cruising and standing on the pegs. At 6.1 feet tall, reviewers found the reach to the bars comfortable, though some noted wind buffeting at higher speeds due to the windscreen's design. For long-distance comfort, the seat gets praise for cushioning, though it's not perfect for all-day rides without tweaks. Tech-wise, the 450 metric tons punches above its weight. The 5-inch curved TFT display is crisp, with Bluetooth connectivity for music control and ride analytics via the CFMoto RideSync app. You can track fuel levels, mileage, and even locate your bike if it's stolen, a feature that's already helped recover a few CFMoto models. The display supports over-the-air updates, keeping the bike's firmware current. There's also a USB-C charging port, LED lighting all around, and backlit switchgear, which aren't always standard on budget bikes. However, the throttle is cable actuated, so you won't find ride modes, quickshifters, or cruise control here. Heated grips are an aftermarket option, which might be a bummer for cold weather riders. Now, let's get to the price, the 450MT's biggest unique selling point. In the US, it's priced at $6,990, while in Australia, it's $9,490 right away, and in Nepal, it's around 12.50 rupees lakhs. In India, it's expected to hit around 4.5 rupees lakhs when it launches in September 2025. At these prices, it undercuts rivals like the KTM 390 Adventure, $6,299 to $10,000, Honda CRF 300 Rally, $6,549, and even the Royal Enfield Himalayan 450, $5,750. Compared to single-cylinder competitors, the 450MT's twin-cylinder engine, adjustable KYB suspension, and robust tech package make it a steal. It's not perfect, some testers noted iffy fueling and average switchgear quality in prototypes, but CFMoto claims production models will address these. The 4-year warranty in some markets also helps ease concerns about Chinese build quality. What makes the 450 metric tons unique? It's the everyman's adventure bike, blending affordability with a spec sheet that rivals pricier models. The twin-cylinder engine offers a smoother, more characterful ride than single-cylinder competitors, while features like switchable ABS/TC, tubeless wheels, and a modern TFT display are rare at this price. That's it for our deep dive into the 2026 CFMoto 450 metric tons. If you're as stoked about this bike as we are, drop a comment below. Would you pick one up, or is there another ADV you've got your eye on? Don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit that bell for more reviews from Bike Culture Hub. Until next time, keep the rubber side down and ride safe. Peace out.